I lasted 19,500 miles in my Focus RS. In this, I didn't even last 48 hours. Hi everyone, and welcome to day 31 in my BMW M140i. It was around this time a year ago that my first engine failed in my Focus RS. A lot's happened since then, and I'm now in a very, very different place. This car's not perfect, what car is, but it's pretty close for me. There is something I think I can make better, that I'm going to make better. But otherwise, everything is good, really good, really good. This last week in this car has been particularly good. It started off last Sunday, with the Bury Chiswick BMW gas station gathering. I had a great early morning run up with Reg, who's also got a 140. His is automatic and with passive dampers, so we're going to do a back-to-back video on those soon, see how we each find each other's cars. But we had a great run up there. It was a really good turnout, lots of cars, lots of people. And yeah, Bury BMW kept the coffee flowing. There were loads of fantastic cars there. Really good to see, some rare, and I mean like super rare. It was good to meet and chat with so many people. Really, really good morning. I really hope they do more of those. So on to my 140. Where am I after 31 days? And what is it that I think needs fixing? Well, firstly, there is no doubt these things are fantastic to drive. It feels so different to the Focus. Really, really rear-wheel drive. And the engine, just wow, I absolutely love it. And completely opposite to the engine performance is the fuel economy. It's almost unbelievable. I get 5 to 10 miles to the gallon more than I did on the same journeys in my Focus RS. And driving home from work Friday lunchtime, 15 miles lunchtime, so the traffic wasn't that bad, I got almost 42 miles to the gallon. How do they do that? I've no idea. There's witchcraft going on under there. So why, after 19,000 miles in a Focus RS that I kept completely standard the entire time, and I never felt that I needed to change anything on, why so soon after getting this do I think I need to modify it? What is it I want to make better? No, I'm not a serial modifier. Apart from my Fiesta, which I put the Mount Tune MR230 package on, which was a mistake, I should have left it at the 215 kit. Apart from that, and doing brakes, discs, pads, tyres, I generally don't modify. Suspension and engines, I leave as they are. And it's the same with this. This suspension, I've got the active suspension, of course. It handles well enough. It's not too heavy. It's got really, really good balance. The adaptive suspension gives options. Yeah, the handling I can't fault for the road. Anyway, we'll see what it's like when I get it on track. The brakes, I'm not going to be changing them anytime soon. I'll take them on track as standard, and if I find them lacking, then I'll do something. But for now, that's not going to get modified. And the engine. 357 horsepower I've got and 396 pounds-feet of torque. That's plenty. All I'm going to be doing with that is keeping it well fed with 99 RON fuel. So with the suspension, engine and brakes, fine. I'm not going to be modifying those. There's no mods required as far as I'm concerned at the moment. But with those all being good, what is it I want to change? Well, Didn't take me long to decide this. Less than 2 days after getting it, this car is crying out for a locking rear diff. Day to day with the standard open rear diff, traction isn't really an issue. It does struggle a bit on damp roads like this and on bumpy roads. You can unsettle it and, you know, just get them moving a little bit. But traction wise, I think this car's fine. That's not the reason I want to fit the diff. I'm doing it for control. The open rear diff, it comes with a standard, makes it completely unpredictable when you ask for something from the back axle. Now, if you're brutal, you can get the back of the car moving, but it alternates randomly between two-wheel drive and one-wheel drive, in effect. It's snappy, messy. It's really, really not happy at all. I want to know that when I ask something from it, when I give it an input through the throttle, I want to know how the back's going to respond, and I want it to be consistent when it does it. So yesterday morning I had a run over to see Jeff. Now rewind back over a year to day 18 in my Focus RS. I met up with Jeff and he took me out in his M140i that had the locking rear differential, the BMW M Performance one fitted to it. That was a really interesting morning. What did I think of the M140i? Really rapid, I mean properly rapid, loose but controllable. Now Jeff sold his 135 a few weeks ago. He's now driving around it in a lovely brand new M4. But crucially, when he sold the 135, he sold it without the locking diff because he took it off and he kept it for me. Having experienced Jeff really showing me what that diff can do and how it makes the car handle and respond, I need that control in my life. I had to have that. I'm not planning on fitting it straight away. I want to get some footage of acceleration runs in this in the wet and dry with an open diff, the usual roundabout oversteer exploration. I want to get plenty of footage of the open diff on my car so that when I get the locking diff, I can do exactly the same again and get some meaningful comparisons and see how the open and the locking diff compare and contrast. Until then, thank you very much for watching. If you want to see how I get on with this diff, if you want to see how I get on with this diff, be sure to subscribe. Please give this video a thumbs up, share it, and I'll see you all in my next video. Thanks again for watching.